I am doing kind of a fun fiesta dinner. I'm going to be making chicken fajitas with homemade flour tortillas. I've only made flour tortillas once in my life, and that was with a friend. So I'm making them now by myself. It's going to be interesting. But I'm also going to be doing the Mexican street corn from Cravings by Chrissy Teigen. I've never made Mexican street corn before, but I've definitely had it several times, and it's delicious. There's a restaurant here in Houston called Ibiza. I think it's Ibiza. No, that was different. That one shut down. Ibiza? I'll look it up. Anyways, it's really good. And the first time you go, they give you, at least they did a couple years ago, they would give you like free street corn at the start of your meal. And so I would always take people that I knew, like for work lunches, I would always take people that I knew hadn't been there before, so we could get this like street corn because it was delicious. Hi, Coco Bear. Hi. Coco says hi. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be making this week. I'm gonna do a lot of prep work off camera so that hopefully this video isn't over an hour like my last couple ones have been. So, but I'm definitely gonna put the recipe and stuff in. Oh, ma'am, we napped all morning. Coco wants attention. But yeah, I'll put all the recipes, the steps for the chicken fajitas in the comment or in the description. So yeah, I'm excited. Let's get started. Okay, so my first step I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the tortillas dough first, because I'm gonna let that rest before I press it, and then I'll pan fry it in my caster. I cannot talk. I've had a headache all day. It's the worst. Okay, so in my bowl already, I have 3.5 cups of flour and a teaspoon of salt. And so I'm going to take my softened butter, which hasn't really softened that much. We'll see. And I'm just going to put this directly into this. And I was looking at the recipe and how to do it. It reminds me a lot of my grandma's pie crust. So, you know. This is... Okay. This did not soften well. Let's see. This is too hot. Okay, well. Let's see. I know you're not supposed to soften your butter in a microwave, but I'm about to do that, and then we'll be right back. Okay. The butter is softened / kind of melted, so. Oops. I forgot, usually I just like take it out of the fridge and let it, hey Coco, and let it like soften all day is what I do, but I forgot, so. Oh my god. Okay, well, I burnt my fingers pretty bad. So I'm gonna use a spoon. Ugh. So I'm just mixing this all together. See, it's not really supposed to be like a liquidy dough. It's a very stiff dough from what I've remembered doing. And you just kind of stir until it's all incorporated. It's almost like, remember when you were little, you would make that like homemade Play-Doh? It's very reminiscent of that, but it'll taste way better. So, okay, let's see. Now it's probably at a point I can do it with my hands, not burn myself. Ugh. I don't know what I was thinking. I did one time I was making chili. Me and it was when I was on that chili making competition. We were doing a chocolate Dr. Pepper chili, and the guy was like, "Oh yeah, like this will taste really good." And so he was making a Dr. Pepper Coco's looking for scraps. He was making a chocolate and Dr. Pepper syrup. So he heated up Dr. Pepper, and Dr. Pepper has a lot of sugar in it. So that gets really thick and caramelizes, and then he melted chocolate into it, and it all kind of got like really thick and syrupy, and he's like, oh, it tastes so good. And so I stuck my pinky. Did not think about it. It was horrible. So I mean, like, thank God it was just like a little baby, because then I was like, ah, and like, oh, it hurt so bad. And then I was like, why would I do that? So not surprising that I burnt myself. Step 1, burnt myself. Okay, so this is all kind of mixed together pretty well. I don't want to overdo it, so I'm going to kind of put this in a ball and let this rest. Tastes like flour and butter, so yeah, okay. Okay, so this is going, and it'll be going for, I mean, a while. I have it on low, and I'm just letting everything get nice and soft. It's a slow process, slow caramelization. So I mean, this will take like 45 minutes, an hour to get this like where I want it. So that's going. Oh, I can smell the poblano. Oh, it smells so good. It smells so good. Okay, so in my cast iron, this is going to be a 2-part process because I don't have a lot of stove space, and also like it's just easier this way. So what I'm going to do is in my cast iron, give my chicken a hard sear, and then I'm going to finish it in the oven at 350, and I'll cook it for, I don't know, they're not really like thick breasts, so maybe like 20 minutes and kind of see how they are. And remember, we don't check our meat by cutting into it, no matter how tempting it is. You check by feel. So it's kind of, you can tell when it's raw, like feel it when it's raw and it's all like squishy, and then when it's done, it's kind of firm, but we don't want it dried out. So that's why we're doing a hard sear. That way we seal all that juice in. So this is bacon fat from Breakfasts. Okay, so let that melt. And then what I've done is I have chicken breast. This is like free range, whatever, organic grass. I don't know, do chickens eat grass? Whatever, like the good chicken that you buy. Remember, the better your meat is treated before it dies, the better it tastes and the better it is for you. You know, that is a problem I have with the American food system, and I've definitely been, you know, broke college kids, so you can't really afford to buy the nice stuff, and then you're buying like, it's 2 pounds of meat for $2, but like, you know, and it's hard because there's a lot of families that can afford nice meat, but you know, if you can't, it's definitely worth the money. You know, it's kind of a sad situation to think about, but if you just watch Food Inc., like that's a good one. There's several really good documentaries if you want to get familiar with how your food is raised, and like I literally changed how I budgeted to be able to buy like the grass fed, the free range, because otherwise, I know Coco, it's very sad. Otherwise those animals aren't treated at all with respect. And I know, we'll go after this. She doesn't know, like I'm gonna sear this off, put it in the oven, then we're gonna go for a, yeah. But yeah, so the better you're okay. I know, it smells like bacon, so exciting. It's not bacon though, it's just fat. But yeah, the better you can get your meat, the better it is for you. And the hormones are a real problem as well. So that's my 2 cents. Like I know, like especially now, like hardly any of us can afford it. I can afford this. I literally bought it in a meat pack from Rodeo, my rodeo committee. That's the only reason I have like nice chicken, or else I'd be like, oh, $5 for, you know, a 20 pack of like wings or something. Like I wouldn't be buying this now because we you know, Economy is what it is. Okay, so this fat is kind of melted off. Okay, so I'm gonna stick this good side down, if that makes sense. I'm gonna do 2 at a time. And again, we are just trying to get a hard sear. We're not cooking this fully in the cast iron. So we just want this to get like a good hard sear on both sides. And then we're gonna stick it in the pan on the cookie sheet, and then I'm gonna stick them in the oven on 350 for about 20-30 minutes. And to do the chicken, what I did, I need to get better at this. Maybe I should script it out. Probably not. So basically I let it thaw this morning, and then I put it in a brine around noon. And so now it's about 4. So I put it in a brine, let it brine for a while. If you don't know, a brine is basically a saltwater bath. And so what that does is infuse the salt and the moisture into the chicken. And I did salt, pepper, a little bit of cumin, because we're doing kind of the Latin Mexican theme, and then the sweet, and then a little bit of chili powder as well. So about an hour before I started cooking, I marinated them, so I drained all the water off, made sure there wasn't really any water in the bowl, and then I just put a little bit of olive oil over it, like just a little bit, and then a little more of the spice, so a little more salt, pepper, chili pepper, garlic pepper, chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder, and let that sit for about an hour. And so now we're just searing them off in the skillet, just getting a nice good sear on them. And this pan needs to be reseasoned so bad. So that's why I put the bacon fat, and I'm like, oh, this will give it a nice good. I don't know what happened. I didn't put soap or anything. I usually like take care of my skillets, but like it like beat to hell like after for some reason. So okay, y'all. Cooking safety. My pan's got 2 things. This pan got like way too hot, so we're gonna take it off. Move this kettle out of the way. That pan got way too hot all of a sudden, but also I had accidentally turned, I switched these 2 because they're right next to each other, so I did this on low and this on medium low when this should only be on low. So watch your burners, food safety. My smoke alarm went off, so that was fun. Okay, we're back. We've regrouped. Everything's fine. There's no more smoke in the house. It's all good. Coco and I went out for a little. Okay, we're back cooking. The chicken was done, so I took it out of the oven. It's over here resting. Always rest your meat before you cut it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Coco, you're fine. You're fine. Go lay down. Go lay down. I'm cooking. I know, but you have food over there too. Anyways, okay, so I have the peppers and onions on low just to keep them warm. They're nice and soft now. The garlic is still going, so the next step is tortillas. So I rested my dough in the fridge for like an hour. And then I have my brand new tortilla press. Here, let me adjust this real quick. So then I have also my, excuse me, ma'am, sorry I was standing. I put butter in. Different cast iron than what I did the chicken in, to be clear. So what I'm gonna do is take, my gosh, it's so heavy. Obviously it's supposed to be. Okay, so I'm gonna take the plastic wrap. I don't know, this is the way I've always seen it done, so that's why I'm doing the plastic wrap. I think it's so it doesn't stick. I'm gonna take even, oh yeah, that's nice. I'm gonna take an even ball. So I'm gonna take, I have small hands, so keep that in mind. I'm gonna take this much, I'm gonna kind of pre-flatten it, fold the plastic wrap over, and I'm gonna stick this down, and then I'm gonna take and just press as hard as I can. Let's see how big that makes it. Okay, so that makes it a little too small, so I need to double that. So we'll take that, and then I'll just grab about the same amount. And then I have my cast iron. I'm gonna do this on like a medium low, or medium. And I put butter in it. I think I already said that. So let's try this again. Let's see what the size is. Fold it over, flatten it just a little bit, and then squeeze out your aggression at life. Okay, yeah, that's way better. That's better. I think I'm gonna give it one more squeeze. Fold this plastic wrap over so that it has room to go. Okay. I'm gonna squeeze it. Oh yeah, that was a good one. Got my weight into it. Oh yeah, that's way better. Okay. I don't know, that seems thick. I'm just gonna, I don't know. This seems thick. We'll try this again. Okay, yeah, here we go. Okay, so then I'm just gonna stick this over in my cast iron and let this kind of cook while I squeeze out some more. Sounds weird to say squeeze out some more. Okay. Ugh, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I think this was too thick, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, this one was too thick. I didn't squeeze it out evenly. So I'm gonna try again and we'll be back. But I'm gonna see how this one turns out first. Okay, so my first one is looking okay. It's definitely a little thick, and I just popped myself with some butter. So it's definitely more pita bread, like it rose and fell, so that if I cut it, there's definitely gonna be a pocket, so I think I just made pita bread. So that's fun, but this was done, so I'm gonna try my next one. I got it much thinner, so we're gonna see how that goes. So, 1 second, put this on my paper towels. Okay, so I'm gonna take, so you can see I got this one much thinner. I kind of, I'm just gonna try to flatten it out more. Pull my stovetop is also like it leans, tilts this way, and I don't know how to fix that. So all of my butter usually goes to like the edge of the pan. So that's fun. Okay, so give this a couple minutes. See how this one does. Okay, that one was too thick too, so I pressed it out, my next one, and then I took my handy dandy rolling pin and just rolled it out a little bit. So let's see how this one does. Ooh, my garlic's almost done. Good. pan got way too hot too, so I turned it off. So we're just gonna melt this butter down. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this one. It does not have pretty round edges, but we're gonna see. So, oh yeah, okay. I think this will work better. It's not that the other ones don't taste good, they do. It's just, they're too thick, so they're like pita bread. They're not tortillas. So, I think I'm just gonna use this to press them into shape. And then I'm gonna use, oh yeah, this one's starting to bubble. Perfect. And then I'm gonna use my rolling pin to get it really thin, because I don't know if I don't have enough strength or what it is, but yeah, your tortilla should not be this dense or thick, so. Tastes good though, so there's that. Hi, Cocoa Bear. Oh yeah, okay, this looks way better. So we'll see how this one turns out before I am like, oh, perfect. But yeah, these are definitely a little thick. I was hoping for like lupe tortillas, which are delicious. These are definitely a little thicker, but I mean, they should be good. I should be able to perfect it after a couple tries, so. And then my garlic looks like it's doing pretty good. They're starting to float, but they're not like a golden yet, so I'm gonna leave them on for a few more minutes, and then I've put, my peppers and onions are done, so I turn them off. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. So I'm gonna give this a few more seconds just to make sure the dough is cooked through, but this looks like it's doing much better than the other ones. What, Cocoa Bear? Cocoa Bear? We had a lazy day yesterday and then a lazy morning. I know. Hi. Hi, Cocoa Bear. Hey, Cocoa Bear. So. Go play with your toys. I have to cook us food. Up. Oh, yeah. This is Cocoa Bear. She wants all love and attention. I'm cooking. It's hot. I know. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, so this looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one off because I think it's done. But yeah, I'm gonna continue doing the rest of my tortillas like that. So I'm gonna press them out and then I'm gonna roll them as thin as I can get them, and then hopefully that works. We'll see. If not, I'll just make like a rice bowl with my tortilla meat. It'll be fine. Okay. I got it. My third one was a charm, so I'm gonna do them like that the whole rest of the time. I think I can get like 4 or 5 more out of the dough. So I use the tortilla press to get it into shape, and then I've just been rolling it out with my rolling pin until it's super thin. And so yeah, I think I got it. So yeah. Not making pita pockets, I'm actually making tortillas now. Okay, I just finished the tortillas, and by the time I got to the last one, I got the hang of it. They are nice and light. Oh, tastes delicious, good crunch. So yeah, I figured out, basically I use the press. I don't know, I just don't have a good enough strength to get it thin enough with a press, so I rolled it out with my rolling pin, got it really, really thin, like less than 1/8. I know, Coco, I know. Like really thin, like almost see-through, and they toasted up beautifully. So basically next, I'm gonna clean up my kitchen, because it is a mess, and then we'll come back and we'll make Chrissy Teigen's Mexican street corn, which I'm very excited about. All right. Hi, Cocoa Bear. Okay, so our last thing, I kind of cleaned up my kitchen and prepped for the last thing we're gonna do, which is the Mexican street corn. And again, this is from Chrissy Teigen's Cravings cookbook, her first one. Hi, Cocoa Bear. Cocoa Bear and I took a play date, or play break. Yeah. Threw a toy around, it was fun. Okay. I have to finish cooking though. She's so hard to say no to. Oh, my heart. Okay. Go eat your food. I'll do this and then we'll play again, okay? I gotta do this first. And I have to get this hair off. You're okay. You're okay. Go play. Go eat your food, actually. You need to eat your food. Okay, so first thing I did, I bought pre-shucked corn because, I mean, I'm not about to sit here and shuck it. What? You're okay. So then it says you need Parmesan Reggiano, cotija cheese, queso fresco, and then you need black pepper, corn, salt, pepper. This has mayonnaise, but I forgot mayonnaise, so I'm just gonna use butter and hope for the best. Some cayenne and cilantro and lime. Ma'am, you're fine. What, do you want pets? You want pets? What do you want? What do you want? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to rewash my hands. Yeah. You're okay. If I put you on the bench, will you be good? This will take 10 minutes, I promise. This will take 10 minutes, I promise. Okay, I'm gonna put you on the bench. Oh, yeah. You're okay. Go to sleep. Let me wash my hands. Okay. She's mad at me now. Okay, so we're gonna take the first thing we're gonna do is heat up our cast iron skillet. So I have my cast iron from earlier that I made the tortillas in, kind of like rubbed it out a little bit, and then I'm just gonna kind of put a little bit of oil on it. So it says to really high heat, but like I've been cooking on this for a while, and then also mine gets really hot. So I know we're just trying to get like a sear on this corn. But I'm also really afraid of getting my cast iron like too hot, so we'll see. We'll see if I need to turn it up. Okay, so then it says, combine the Parmesan, the queso fresco, and the black pepper on a plate. Okay, so I'm eyeballing it. Because, like, of course I am. Like, why wouldn't I eyeball it? I personally like more spice than a lot of people, so I'm just gonna try to eyeball it and see. And then, okay, so this cheese, I got the block of cheese. It's kind of like feta almost, but not quite. So I'm gonna need to, just make shots knife. The problem when you have just one regular knife block is you have to wash your knives constantly if you're making a whole big meal. I have a friend, she's a professional chef. So her knife block is like triple the size of mine, and she's like, has like 4 or 5 different types of the same knife. And I'm like, oh man, that would be so nice when you're cooking. Okay, so I'm not gonna use all of this because I don't think I need all of it if I'm using like, how much does it say? Yeah, it says 3/4 of a cup. This cheese is really good though. So you can see, if you've never used it before, it does kind of look like feta. It's real good. So I'm gonna chop this into kind of, it does crumble pretty well, but I'm gonna go ahead and just try to chop it first. But yeah, I can't believe I forgot the mayonnaise. It was on my list and everything, and I like totally just forgot it. So you're supposed to put mayonnaise on this after, but I've never really like, I've never really been a mayonnaise person though. Like, that's not, I mean, I prefer more honey mustard and stuff, so I'm kind of like, So I'm just gonna use butter instead. I know that's like not the proper, what the recipe calls for, but it should be good. Okay, I'm just trying to get this good crumble, good small, that way it sticks to the, oh, this ended up being a lot more than a 3/4 of a cup. That's okay. I just want this to kind of stick to the corn when we roll it in, but what I'm gonna do though, this is what I'll do, okay. I'm gonna save some of this to sprinkle on top of a plate. Bless me. Okay, so then this is preheating. I'm just going to mix all this up, and I again used way more pepper than what she said. So I'm gonna sprinkle. You're okay. Lay back down. I'm gonna use the rest of the cheese that I chopped up, and I'm going to crumble it, or I'm gonna put it over the corn when it's done. Okay, so this is smoking hot. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is really easy. I'm gonna take this oil. No, that seems dangerous because it's still. It's warm. Okay, I'm gonna take some of this oil the garlic oil that I made earlier, and I'm gonna put this in the pan. That's what I'm gonna do. Nope, that was a bad idea. Okay. That was a bad idea. Yep. Okay. This is like an episode on what not to do. This could be my application for like worst cooks in America, except I actually like do know how to cook for the most part. Okay, so I'm just trying to get this even, and then I'm going to put some salt on it. The cheese is actually kind of salty, but, and I'm just going to do these all at the same time. Do it like that. You're fine. Do it like that. Okay. Don't recommend you do it like that without Colin doing it. That's way too hot. Oh my gosh. Okay. Put the salt. Okay. So I'm using the garlic oil we made earlier, and I'll add a nice garlicky taste, obviously. So it says let that sit. Get my. I need my tongs back out. Okay, give these a quick wash. That way I can more easily turn this corn. Woo! Yeah, okay, there we go. Okay, okay. Now let's I'm gonna get the rest of the stuff ready. So it says with cilantro and lime. I already have a lime kind of ready to go. I'm gonna cut that. And yes, I use the same knife, but it's all going on the same plate. Like, it's not like it's one of them's raw or anything. And then we're just gonna pick some cilantro off of this bunch. I don't mind cilantro. It's not like, I know some people are like, you have that gene and it tastes like soap or something. I don't have that, so I think it's fine. Okay, so I picked up some cilantro, and I'm gonna go ahead and get my butter ready. So I've got my butter ready because, again, I forgot mayonnaise, so we are doing butter instead. But I have a lot of oil on this, so I think it's fine. I think it's just to give it a creaminess. So I think I might just skip the butter. I don't know. I know it's to get this to stick, but also, like, I don't know if I necessarily need it. So this says Cayenne Pepper. I was going to use Cayenne, but I couldn't find Cayenne, so I got slapped in mama instead. It's not the same thing, but I mean, they all have Cayenne in it. And then this one has more spices. So this has it just has more spices in it than your regular Cayenne. So that's why I got this. There we go. I get it. So I'm going to use this to finish it off instead of regular Cayenne. Let's see. It's going pretty well. I think it looks good. So. Some of these are just like not as brown. Maybe if yeah, there we go. I'm gonna rotate these out. This one's almost done. Yeah, okay. We are getting there. I just don't want it to be raw. Like, you know, when you bite into raw corn on the cob, it's so gross. So I want to make sure these are good. I burnt the crap out of my hand again. I don't even know how I did it. Okay, this guy seems done. So I'm going to take him, stick him right in the mixture. Kind of. Actually, you know what? No, you're using the butter. We're gonna rub him with butter so that this will stick. That's why. Okay. I get it. I get it now. You messed with my butter. It's okay. Just kind of get this on. Hopefully you're fine. Okay. So I'm going to take this one over to our plate. Grab the next one. Yeah. Okay. Grab that one. Rub them down with the butter. Okay. Oh God, you're fine, ma'am. We played all day long. Okay, this might be my first actual not good one, but okay. Okay, turn that off. Oh yeah, they look good though. I mean, it looks good. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Because I didn't have the mayonnaise. You have to have the mayonnaise. Ugh. Okay. What I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna take this mixture and I'm gonna put it on top. And then hopefully it'll all kind of melt together. Because these are still quite warm. So let's hope this all kind of melts together. Oh, I'm making such a mess today. I cannot. Okay. Turn that off, and then I'm going to take my Slap Your Mama, sprinkle this over top. And you give a good amount. This is like a, yeah, give a good amount. Okay, so then the next step was, I'm gonna try to chop this up a little more. I'm gonna crumble more cheese onto it while it's still hot, and that way it'll melt and kind of all set in together. So, just gonna try to get all that goodness in together. Okay. And then said lime. So I'm going to put lime, squeeze the lime on it. Okay, so I didn't exactly do it correctly. It definitely didn't stick to it, but I mean, that's what the mayonnaise is for, and I forgot the mayonnaise, so. Okay, so the last step is I'm going to put some more cilantro on it. That way it just looks pretty. And I like cilantro, it's fine. If you don't like cilantro, just skip this step. Okay. Okay, so this was our finished product. I think it looks pretty good. I think it'll taste good. So I'm excited about that. Let's get in there. Let's see. Okay. Let's see what it is. It's still kind of warm. Oh yeah. It was pretty good, even if I did do it not quite right. Pretty good, has good flavor. The corn I bought was like pretty good quality, so yeah. So yeah, that's how you make Chrissy Teigen's Mexican corn, and then my chicken fajitas. So the chicken fajitas, you just kind of top with whatever you want. So I typically do salsa. I didn't make my own salsa. That would have been a lot. So I do like salsa, sour cream, cheddar cheese, and then the peppers and onions that we made. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining. Hope you liked it. It was definitely a lesson in